So after you're happy with the way it looks, you're gonna go to your layers and you're going to add a new layer. And this time we're gonna change the blend mode. The blend mode is right here where this little N is. You're gonna click that little N, which right now means normal. And we're gonna go under contrast and change the blend mode to overlay. And then we're gonna go up here and click black. Choose black. And then you're gonna go into the brushes and you're going to find the watercolor edge brush, which is right here. Now on this, we're gonna go along the edges to give it like a dried watercolor look, like this. And I don't know if you can really see that. On brighter colors, it's harder to see, but let's see. I'll try to kind of show you. There's off, there's no dried edge, and then if you turn, there's the dried edge, right there. So I pretty much kind of do a light to medium pressure along the edge, and my brush is set pretty low. You can make it higher if you want, but I'm just gonna go around the whole letter. And on really like vibrant colors, I notice that it doesn't show up as well. And if that happens and I want it to be more noticeable, I will add a new layer again, and I'll keep this layer normal, and then I'll go to the color that I had. You can find the color that you had by holding down with your finger, and it'll show up with this little circle, and it'll pick the color that you had, whatever color your finger's on. So I'm gonna go to the pink that I was in, and I'm gonna make it a little darker, and I'm still using the watercolor edge brush. And let's see if this will help the edge kind of stand out more. It does. It helps it stand out a little more. So I'm just gonna use this instead of overlay. If you want it a little darker, you can do it a little darker. And I'm literally just kind of like sketching almost along the edge of the letter. You don't have to do it everywhere, but I kind of do. I go along the entire letter. And I'm using a light pressure right here. And it's just kind of like sketching along the ends. Okay, so I have that first letter done, and here's the letter without that edge, and here's the letter with it. I find that it just kind of gives it that more like authentic look. Now you can go back to the overlay and see how it shows up with orange. Make sure you go to your color and click black again if you're going back to your overlay. And let's see how orange shows up. See how the orange is like darker? Because I guess it's lighter. I don't know. I just find with the really, really vibrant colors like pink and blue, it's just harder to see. So again, I'm just gonna kind of sketch around the outline of my letters. So yellow is also another color that is really hard to see when the blend mode is on overlay. So I'm going to go back to this where it's this layer where it was the normal blend mode. Excuse me. And I'm going to see what color I used by holding down. And then I'm going to go into my color wheel and choose a color a little darker. And then I'm going to just go around and make that edge a little darker to give it that dried watercolor look. And with such bright colors, I think we're gonna just continue to choose the color, like holding down, choosing the color, and then going to our color wheel and choosing a color that's slightly darker. Because with these bright colors, the overlay method is just not working. It just doesn't look good. That is the end of part 3. Go ahead and click the link in my description to head to part 4.